Over 8 billion tons of cargo are shipped every year by different means of transport. A little under 1.5 million kilometers of automobile roads and 86,000 kilometers of railway lines. About 190 sea and river ports. Over 7,000 railway stations. All of this is the transport system of Russia. Sheremetyevo International Airport is among the top 10 in Europe in terms of passenger flows, and for 6 years it has held the top spot on the continent in terms of quality of service for passengers. Its new Terminal B, with an area of 110,000 square meters, which was recognized as the best infrastructure project in Russia in 2019, is capable of servicing 20 million passengers per year. There is a new road running from Moscow's ring road to Petersburg's, the M11 highway. This is the first large-scale project in Russia to use the public-private partnership financing model. The construction of the highway is being carried out in several stages, each of which is an individual investment project. It is planned that the highway will be fully opened in 2019. About 3,600 kilometers, that's the total length of the roads in Moscow. That volume for a street and road network is actually half the amount possessed by the majority of large cities in the world. That's why it's planned that at least 100 kilometers of new roads be built in the capital every year. Almost 740 million people. That's the number of passengers transported by Moscow railways in 2018. As part of an investment program, 35 new high-speed Lastotchka trains have been purchased. A special joint infrastructure project of Russian railways and the Moscow Metro is the Moscow Central Ring. 54 kilometers of lines in 26 districts of the capital. Every day, trains transport up to 500,000 people here. The Moscow Metro system is one of the most dynamically developing in the world. Today, 14 lines with a total length of 381 kilometers and 223 stations are operating here. This complex mechanism is staffed by almost 50,000 personnel. A climate control system, USB ports for mobile phone charging. This isn't a premium class car. It's the new low-floored Vityaz Moscow tram. It's used on 15 Moscow routes, carrying over 1 million passengers every week and already accounting for a third of the capital's tram park. Big Port St. Petersburg consists of 24 shipping lines linking it with the entire world, and 25 stevedore companies carrying out cargo operations. It is navigable year-round, 24 hours a day. It boasts the complete range of services in the processing, supplying, transshipping and transportation of cargoes. Almost 47 kilometers of high-speed highway, over 50% of which was built on man-made constructions. 14 transport junctions, a maximum number of lanes of 8. All this is the western high-speed diameter in St. Petersburg. Adler Station is one of the 5 largest terminals in Russia, with a throughput capacity of 15,000 persons per hour. It was built for the 2014 Winter Olympic Games. The main section of the complex is a 7-story building in the form of a sea wave of over 30 meters in height. The Crimean Bridge. It's one of the largest infrastructure projects in the entire history of Russia. The builders needed a little over 2 years in order to span a bridge from one shore of the Kerch Strait to the other, with a length of 19 kilometers, and to allow auto transport to begin using it. This year, in 2019, trains should start using the bridge. Rostov-on-Don, Platov. It's the first airport in Russia to be built from scratch since the fall of the Soviet Union. It was built especially for the Football World Cup. It opened on December the 7th, 2017, and in its first year of operation surpassed the indicators for the old airport by 20%, servicing 3 million passengers. The longest railway line in the world. Over 9,000 kilometers from Moscow to Vladivostok, an economically advantageous alternative to sea shipping from China to North and East Europe. As part of the Trans-Siberian in 7 Days project, since 2011 the throughput capacity of the line has been increased 15 times over. All that is the Trans-Siberian railway line. Harsh natural and climatic conditions, permafrost regions and high seismic activity levels. A railway tunnel 15 kilometers long, ranking among the 5 longest in the world. Cargo volumes of around 12 million tons per year. The Baikal-Amur main line is a route that hasn't yet revealed its full potential, but has amazing prospects. Around it there are vast natural resources that have been surveyed but haven't yet been developed. Vladivostok International Airport. In 2018, it serviced over 2,600,000 passengers, which is 20% higher than the same figure for 2017. The airport's international network covers around 45 routes. Eastern Port is located in Wrangel Bay. It's the largest specialized high-tech terminal for the transshipping of coal in Russia, and it celebrates its 45th anniversary this year. In 2018, 24 million tons of cargo were dispatched from here. That accounts for about 15% of Russia's exports of coal by sea. The Northern Sea Route, the Golden Route linking Europe and Asia. It's a third shorter than the traditional route via the Malay Peninsula and the Suez Canal, and it's one of Russia's most promising infrastructure projects. It's grown almost 20 times over in the last 8 years. In 2010, about 1 million tons of cargo was shipped along the Northern Sea Route. In 2018, that figure was over 18 million. Sabeta Port is intended for the transport of liquefied gas and the provision of year-round operations for the Northern Sea Route. It's the absolute leader in terms of growth in cargo shipping among all of Russia's seaports. (100,000 kilometers of internal waterways, 297 aerodromes, 7,500 kilometers of tram and trolleybus lines, 20 billion passengers transported over the course of a year by all forms of transport. All this is the transport system of Russia.